It was 3:17 in the morning. Not 3:16, not 3:18. Exactly 3:17. I was jolted awake by a sudden, intense chill in my bedroom. My eyes struggled to adjust to the darkness, but then I saw it, a door. A door that wasn't there when I went to sleep. It stood silently against the wall where my bookshelf should have been, a dark, imposing rectangle that seemed to absorb all the light in the room. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, thinking it was just a nightmare, a remnant of a bad dream. But it didn't disappear. It was solid, real, and a cold draft was seeping from beneath it, carrying a faint, musty smell like damp earth and something else, something metallic. My heart was pounding against my ribs like a trapped bird. Every instinct screamed at me to run, to get out of the house, but I was frozen, paralyzed by a mixture of terror and disbelief. As I stared, my breath caught in my throat. The air around the door seemed to shimmer, and I could almost hear a sound, a low, rhythmic pulsing. It wasn't a sound my ears could pick up, but one I felt deep in my chest. It was slow, steady, like something massive and ancient was breathing on the other side. A breath in, and a breath out. My own breathing hitched, trying to sync with that unnatural rhythm. The cold intensified, goosebumps erupting all over my skin. This couldn't be happening. Doors don't just appear out of nowhere. The next night, I tried to stay awake. I set up my phone to record, chugged coffee until my hands trembled, and sat on my bed with a baseball bat clutched in my fists. As the clock ticked past 3:16, my eyes were glued to the wall. And then, it happened again. It didn't just pop into existence. Someone, or something, was on the other side, and it knew I was here. The knocks were soft, yet they echoed in the dead silence of the room, each one a hammer blow against my sanity. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. I just listened. The following night, as the door materialized, my phone, which I had placed on my nightstand, buzzed. My eyes darted from the terrifying door to the glowing screen. A new message. From an unknown number. The tone was no longer pleading. It was cold, menacing. If you don't open it, I'll find another way in. A threat. The illusion of choice was shattered. This wasn't a request for help anymore. It was an ultimatum. A wave of pure terror washed over me, colder than any draft from the door. It wasn't trapped. It was contained. And it was losing patience. The doorknob seemed to pulse with a dark energy, and I imagined it turning slowly, all by itself. I scrambled backwards off the bed, pressing myself against the far wall, my eyes wide with horror. As the clock on my phone turned to 3:18 a.m., the door began to fade, just as it always did. The shadowy doorknob dissolved first, melting back into the surface before the entire frame grew translucent and vanished completely, leaving my bookshelf standing there as if nothing had ever happened. The cold in the room instantly dissipated. A wave of relief washed over me, so intense my knees felt weak. It was over. For tonight. But then I heard it. From inside my bedroom wall. From right behind the bookshelf. Knock. It hadn't left. It was just on the other side of the wall now, closer than ever. Thanks for watching. If you want to know what happens next, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss it.